Welcome back, everybody. My name is DanBeforeTime, and today I wanted to talk about why I'm so excited for Planet Zoo. Planet Zoo is an upcoming zoo building and management simulator, and while I'm a complete novice to this type of game, there's something about it that has me super excited. So in this video, I'm going to go over the top 5 reasons that I'm so excited to play Planet Zoo. So whether you're a management sim veteran or a complete newcomer to the genre like me, let me know how you feel about Planet Zoo down in the comments below. And with that, let's jump right into number 5. Starting off our list at number 5 has to be the animals. If you're an animal lover like me, it's hard to not be excited just based on the animals alone. The attention to detail here is spectacular. From the animations to the models, you can tell that so much love has been put in to making these animals feel real and believable. And it's not just one beautiful model for each animal. Each animal in this game is actually unique and has its own unique DNA strand, which means each animal will have its own unique markings and characteristics. And the system is even so involved that if you breed, let's say, 2 giraffes, the offspring of that giraffe will have a blend of each animal's DNA. The animals will also form relationships with one another, and that means sometimes conflicts do arise. Sometimes animals will fight, and those wounds obtained from that fight will stay with the animal for the rest of its lifetime. These unique characteristics and even scars will lead to a deeper connection with each animal that you have in your zoo. There's so much more to say here, but suffice it to say we could do a whole video just on the animals. So let's move on to number 4. Coming in my number 4 spot is the inclusion of story mode. Now, while I realize plenty of veterans will probably skip this altogether and just dive right in, for a newcomer to the simulation genre like me, this relieves so much pressure and intimidation and allows me to slowly get my feet wet and learn the systems as I play through the story, hopefully without feeling too overwhelmed. And to be completely honest with you, without the inclusion of this campaign, I probably would be too scared to even attempt the game. But worry not, if you're a veteran and you want to jump right into the deep end of the simulation, the campaign is completely optional. And with that, let's continue on to number 3. Taking our number 3 slot today, and one that I think is very important, is the game's focus on conservation and education. The role of zoos in modern society has rightly changed over the years. What used to be a focus on entertainment at the animals' expense has now shifted to become a genuine attempt at conservation, research, and education. And this is very much reflected in Planet Zoo's gameplay. The happiness of both your animals and your guests is very important in Planet Zoo, and something that you'll have to keep a very close eye on. Researching animals will lead to knowledge about their habitat and what keeps them happy, and acting on this knowledge that you gain will keep the animals more active and happy, which will in turn create exhibits that are more exciting for the guests, which will increase the guest happiness. It's also very important to educate the guests on the animals and conservation efforts, and the game will actually procedurally generate signage and displays for the guests based on the research you uncover. This, like everything else in the game, is an area you can really focus on if you want to, but I for one am glad that the developers have decided to focus on our responsibility to protect and preserve these animals for future generations. And with that, let's move right along to number 2. Number 2 will be short and sweet, but this is where my excitement really starts to ramp up, and that's with creativity. Now, you guys know that I love creative games, and even when I'm not good at the creative systems within certain games, I still have a blast not only expressing myself, but also just learning how to get around within the systems that are in the game. All that said, everything about Planet Zoo is set up to really scratch that creative itch. Every single thing that you've seen in the background gameplay can be built piece by piece, from trees, shrubs, plants, and fencing, all the way down to individual light sources. Everything is at your disposal. Want to create a climbing structure for an animal? You can do it piece by piece and make it exactly how you want it. And knowing that it's not just static decoration, but something that will bring actual joy and happiness to your animals, just makes me so excited for the first time I create something, and getting to see the reaction of my animals as they discover it for the first time. But don't worry, if you don't feel like you're the creative type and piece by piece building isn't something that sounds exciting to you, the developers have you covered. The game will include a plethora of pre-made assets that will allow you to get your zoo up and running in no time. And with creativity covered, that brings me to my number 1 reason to be excited about Planet Zoo. Rounding out our list at number 1 today is all about community. Community is such an integral part of gaming today, and Planet Zoo will be no exception. For me, falling in love with a game and the game's community go hand in hand. I love connecting, bonding, and learning based around shared experiences. Planet Zoo is not only the kind of game that naturally creates those type of community experiences, but the developers have actually integrated it into the fabric of the game. And with Steam Workshop integration, we'll be able to share our creations, habitats, and even our complete zoos with each other. This will allow for fresh content to be experienced on a literal day-to-day basis, adding incredible longevity to the game. But on a personal level, what I'm most excited about is meeting new people, learning from veterans, and exploring not only Planet Zoo, but an entirely new genre at the same time. And with that, that's gonna wrap up my top 5 reasons why I'm so excited to play Planet Zoo. Whether you're a newcomer like me or a seasoned veteran, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe and hit that notification bell for more Planet Zoo content coming very soon, starting with the beta on September 24th. I'd love your help and support as I venture into this brave new world. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and remember, be excellent to one another.